Hey guys, I'm Fancy, and this is Murder by Design. And welcome back to another episode of True Crime The Headlines. The week is May 7th, 2021. And each Friday at 3 p.m., I'll be live discussing the true crime happenings of the week. So I hope you keep tuning in each week. And if you happen to see something throughout the week that you want me to cover here on the headlines, drop us an email at goodwivesdish@gmail.com. And you might get a shout out and possibly a prize on us. I can't see everything. We can't be everywhere at all times. So sometimes I need you guys to be my eyes and my ears. And if you see something and you think that we should talk about it, definitely let us know. You can email us, you can hit up our Instagram and message us. You can catch us on Facebook and message us. So let us know, because we can't, like I said, we can't be everywhere. We can't see everything. But anyway, so I'm going to get right into it, okay? So our first case is about the COVID-19 fake vaccine papers that somebody has been doing. So on Tuesday, bar owner Todd Anderson was arrested at his place of business, Old Corner Saloon in Clements, California, for allegedly selling fake COVID-19 vaccination papers. Agents from the California Department of Alcohol Beverage Control posted a potential buyers entered the bar posing as potential buyers, entered the bar on numerous occasions in April and were able to purchase the fraudulent cards, according to a press release from the ABC. Apparently, the cards were being sold for a mere $20. Like, seriously, $20, guys. And Anderson, so for $20 a piece, Anderson is being charged with felony identity theft and forging government documents, as well as a misdemeanor falsifying medical records. The San Joaquin District Attorney's Office commented that they are pleased to be partnering with the California Department of Alcohol Beverage Control on this case. Anderson has not entered a plea on these charges yet. $20 COVID-19 vaccination papers. That's crazy. Anyway, all right, so let's see. What's the next one? Okay, so the next one is one frustrated I'm sorry, let me start that over again. Good Lord, my mouth is not working. One frustrated police officer's TikTok has touched many hearts, including mine this week. Officer, and I hope I'm saying his name right, Maj Calvindingo, the operational commander of the Morehouse School of Medicine Department of Public Safety in Atlanta, ranted on TikTok that he was so GD tired of constantly hearing that maybe law enforcement is just not a good thing. Maj told Fox News that most police officers are good-hearted people that want to make a difference. And that day, he just had enough. He continued on to say, it seems like every night we go to sleep or every morning we wake up, there's something negative that's portrayed about law enforcement. I was riding home and I was thinking in regards to everything, and now it's just different. I'm driving next to people and people are just frowning at me. People are purposely doing things to get my attention. They're flipping me off. Dingle did admit that there is good cause for some of the negativity, but that it's only part of the whole story. Dingle, an African-American police officer, sympathizes with the current climate of our country right now, but he is also proud of his career choice, even if others are not. We originally covered the George Floyd case when it first broke, and we sat down with several members of law enforcement and death investigation. We talked with CSI Cheryl McCollum about the fact that the change would only happen when both parties, the community people and the police, sat and listened to one another and worked together for change. The truth of the matter, Dingle told Fox News, is we have two sides and two sides need to be heard, but people need to actually listen. Not to respond, but listen to understand. That's the difference. If you can do that, I promise you there's a solution out there. We just have to communicate in which to find it. I couldn't agree more with Officer Dingle. I really believe this, guys. Like I've said this a lot, that the change has to start within the communities, and they need to work with police officers to make the changes that they want in their communities. But they all have to listen. It's a bunch of people just yelling, and nobody is listening to the other side. And that's what happens so often in these things. Even when you're thinking about politics, and I don't like to talk politics, but you know what? Democrats and Republicans, they're not that different. And if they sat down and listened to each other, they probably could come to a conclusion, that would be beneficial for everybody or be acceptable to everybody. But they don't want to do that. They just want to argue, and it's sad. It really, really is. And I'm thankful that this police officer is speaking out. That's really awesome. And I think that more police officers need to speak up about what job they're doing, because the police officers that we work with on a daily basis are amazing. They're incredible, caring, kind people who just want to help. And, most of them. And I know that the bad apple thing, but we're working on a foundation about that. Christina started it, and we're working on it. And it's the good apples of law enforcement, and she's really trying to make this work. And I'm so excited to be able to do this. But it's a long time coming. I mean, it's something that's going to take some time. It's not going to happen overnight. Anyway, let's go to the next case. Okay, so new developments have been made in the Derek Chauvin case. Attorney Eric J. Nelson alleges in a 4-page document that his client did not get a fair trial. The attorney claims his client was unjustly tried due to a number of misconducts, including an abuse of discretion made by the court when it denied a request for venue change due to the publicity surrounding the case. The court abused its discretion when it failed to sequester the jury for the duration of the trial, or in the least admonished them to avoid all media, which resulted in jury exposure to prejudicial publicity regarding the trial during the proceedings, as well as jury intimidation and potential fear of retribution among jurors, which violated Mr. Chauvin's constitutional rights to due process and to a fair trial, the filing reads. There are several different reasons Nelson states a part of an unfiled trial, including a motion requesting an order for a hearing to impeach the verdict on the grounds the jurors may have felt threatened or intimidated, felt race-based pressure during the proceedings, and or failed to adhere to instructions during deliberations. The Attorney General did state that many of the motions have already been denied by the courts, and Chauvin was convicted of all 3 charges on April 20th, 21. Something I have never seen happen before. I'm not even sure how he could be found guilty on 3 separate charges of varying degrees of murder for one person. So I think I'm going to have to check in with our favorite attorney, Kirk Nurmi, on why that happened and what it means. A first-time offender in Minnesota, Chauvin faces a recommended penalty of 12 and a half years in prison. However, he could receive a higher sentence, and the most serious crime carries a maximum of 40 years. Chauvin will be sentenced on June 25th. So let's take a minute here. I'd like to talk about one of our affiliates that we work with. And, as you know, if you buy something from these affiliates, we do get, some amount of money back, but it's at no cost to you. But this is one that I'm really excited about, and we're actually going to be participating in it real soon too. So I recently came across this incredible website, Cratejoy. Cratejoy is a subscription box website for everyone. If you want a subscription box for anything from true crime to bath bombs and everything in between, the Cratejoy is a must visit for you. I recently ordered, let me show you, a true crime box, a solving box, and I can't wait to dive into it. In fact, I'm going to be doing an unboxing of my subscription box next week, and I am super excited. In fact, even the Goodwise will have a subscription box soon, and we will absolutely be turning to Cratejoy to release it. There's a link, I believe. Here's a link, and I believe there are some pretty epic deals going on. So go check them out here. And let me go ahead and let's see here. I forgot to grab the link. I will put the link in the comment section, guys. Okay, it'll be there. But Cratejoy, amazing. Make sure that you do go through our links so that we get, you can support us. It's a way that you can support us, that doesn't cost you extra money or anything, unless you, because stuff you're going to want to get anyway. People love subscription boxes. Okay, back to true crime. So I'm always flabbergasted by the sheer number of bizarre cases I find on the internet when I'm looking for cases of the week. This week doesn't disappoint. Apparently, Blair R. Whitten, a 20-something Minnesota resident, allegedly crashed her ex-boyfriend's funeral and may have engaged in attempted vehicular manslaughter as she drove her SUV across graves and attempted to run people over, according to the father of the deceased. Whitten traveled from her home to North Dakota to attend the funeral, but was not welcome due to some social media posts she had made about her ex, the deceased father told Pioneer Press. He claimed he saw her and was frightened for his safety as she barreled towards him. Whitten was apprehended on the other side of the cemetery and alleged that she feared for her safety as several funeral goers approached her vehicle. She claims she responsibly drove away from the scene. Whitten has been charged with 1 count of misdemeanor reckless endangerment and has pled not guilty. Okay, so here's one of our big cases. 1 year ago, Suzanne Morphew was reported missing by her children who could not reach their mother to wish her a happy Mother's Day. On Thursday, Suzanne's husband, Barry, appeared in court the day after he was booked on first-degree murder charges. Barry Morphew made a brief court appearance in the Chaffee County Thursday when he was ordered to remain in custody without bail. On Wednesday, Barry Morphew was arrested on charges of first-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and attempting to influence a public servant. All very serious crimes. While no body has been found to date, prosecutors are very confident in their case against Morphew. This is starting to become more prevalent. It used to be no body, no crime, but prosecutors are beginning to say, you know what? No, screw that. That we can prove that something happened even if we don't have a body, because a missing person and all this evidence leads to murder. I mean, it just does. Okay. I'm sorry. DA Stanley stated at the press conference that authorities will not be releasing Morphew's arrest affidavit and that no further arrests were expected at this time. Neither Stanley or Chaffee County Sheriff John Speasy indicated if investigators know how Suzanne was killed, but court records indicate they believe she died on May 10th, 2020, the day she was reported missing. On Thursday, the judge allowed reporters in the courtroom, but only 1 camera. The media was also prohibited from publishing or broadcasting any audio from the proceedings. They were not allowed to take pictures or video of Morphew's daughters. 2 of Suzanne and Barry's daughters were present in court and appeared to be supportive of their father, one even mouthing the words, "I love you," to their father. Last August, Barry spoke to Fox 12, stating that his wife's disappearance was the most devastating thing that has ever happened to me. But I have to keep my faith and trust in God, he said. And Suzanne trusted the Lord, and if one person got saved from this, she would think it was worth it. And we are just a godly, loving, caring family, and this is just a tragedy. Barry said he wasn't sure what happened to Suzanne, but theorized maybe she had been attacked by an animal on her bike ride, involved in an accident with someone driving on the road, or had crossed paths with someone who knew her. However, Suzanne's brother Andrew had other thoughts. He stated in September that he believed his sister was murdered. Chaffee County Sheriff John Speasy and District Attorney Linda Stanley told reporters that the nearly year-long investigation had more than 135 search warrants. They interviewed more than 400 people and followed up on more than 1,400 tips. Barry is apparently not cooperating with authorities at this time and remains behind bars. The next big case, I always like to leave the big ones to the end. And so last week, reported on the arrest of Josh Duggar on 1 count of receiving child pornography and 1 count of possession of child pornography. This week, Josh has been released to family friends LeCount and Maria Reber. This literally pisses me off. I left this case for last because I knew I was going to have some choice words for this SOB. I seriously can't believe anyone would take him in But I also believe this child pornography and molestation runs much deeper and wider than we have been clued in on, with the family and their friends. I don't think it just stops at Josh, honestly. I really don't. And I think that there's more people involved than just the Duggars. And I really think that this is a big thing. And I think we're going to see some stuff come out about really huge stuff. So the judge made a statement that she couldn't, in good conscience, release him to go home to his pregnant wife, Anna, and their 6 children. Now, this woman, it's just gross. It's gross. It's gross. She has known what happened. She stood by him when the first charge came out. She believes that this is like, I was talking with Christina last night, and I guess, Christina was telling me, because she follows all of this. I don't really follow the true crime or the reality TV people. I'm not a big reality TV person, but Christina follows them all. And she said that this is like, that they think basically she's doing something wrong for him to want to do this. And so she feels responsible, and she needs to do what she has to do, because it's a sin for her husband to be doing this, because it's because of her, which I think is total absolute bullshit. The guy is just a sicko. It makes me mad. So the judge, however, did give him unlimited access to his children as long as wife Anna was present. The wife that stood by him through all of this? Yeah, that wife. And still continued to have babies by him, knowing that he was a child sicko. Ugh. That woman failed to protect innocent children the first time we learned about this man's transgression. So what's going to make her do it now? I legit have so much contempt for her, because he allegedly molested his own siblings. What is keeping him from doing it to his children? Absolutely nothing. Homeland Security Investigation Special Agent Gerald Faulkner detailed the disturbing allegations in the federal investigation into Duggar, alleging that he had over 200 images that were flagged as a child sexual abuse on his computer. One file, according to Faulkner, depicted child sex abuse involving children ranging from 8 months to 12 years of age. Faulkner described the images as in the top 5 of the worst that I've ever had to examine. If convicted on the current charges against him, Duggar could face up to 40 years in prison, and his pretrial hearing is set for July 1st. While the trial is scheduled to begin on July 6th, one that we will be absolutely following. Me personally, I am hoping that he has to serve every stinking day of that 40 years. And well, not saying I want this to happen, but I'm just saying, child baby people that do things to kids don't generally fare well in prison. In fact, I just saw a thing, and I haven't got to look into it, so I'm not going to talk on it very long. But I just saw something about Gabriel Fernandez's mom trying to get herself out of freaking prison. Like, are you serious? What is going on? All these people trying to get out of prison right now. This is so weird to me. I've never seen so many of them using the same thing. I don't know if it's more that people are just reporting on this more, or that it's actually happening more. But, okay, guys, so I had a really hard time picking cases this week. There were legit so many. I'll be discussing several of them next week when we kick off yet another new show, Rise and Crime. Wake up and dish true crime with me. A hilarious idea, I know, considering I'm a night owl of the highest account, suffering with insomnia since I was 6. But we'll try and get these in before that clock hits noon. Okay, so what's up for us right now? So we're currently working on some really amazing things right now. We've partnered with the founders of Crime Door app, an interactive and immersive augmented reality app that allows viewers to do a 3D walkthrough of various crime scenes. Hold on, I want to grab a link real quick so you guys have it. Just one moment. But together we're hosting a brand new true crime event. And our first virtual, and it's all virtual, guys, Cocktails and Criminals event takes place on May 29th from 4 to 10 p.m. So if you haven't gotten your Mother's Day gift for your mama and she loves true crime, guys, this is the time. So in this event, you'll get the opportunity to be a rookie detective for a night. Join us as we drop some epic bombshells in our ongoing work on the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case. Go back in time 180 days. Hold on, guys. I'm just trying to get right here to where I can give you guys the things so you can go get your tickets. No, go away. Publish. Hold on one second, guys. So you're going to go back in time 180 years and work alongside Todd Matthews, the former director of NamUs and founder of the Doe Network, to take a deep dive look at the Lady of Harrodsburg cold case. And finally meet the founders of Crime Door, Neil and Lauren, as they walk us through the Delphi crime scene door that they have. Guys, this door is incredible. These doors allow you to like walk around and do all kinds of cool stuff and see everything. And you can, then you can see stuff and see if you see something that maybe someone else didn't see. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pop that up here. Guys, I put it in here so you guys can click on it at any time. And I will put it in the comment section as well. So trust me, this is a value-packed, incredible event that is not to be missed. On top of that, you get to choose either a bottle of our own premium vino, as talked about earlier. I'm super excited about the fact that we are introducing our own line of wine, guys. We're going to have all kinds of things. We're going to have candles and a bath bombs and all. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff coming out. It's going to be incredible. You guys are going to really want to hop on this stuff. But you can either choose a bottle of wine, or you can choose an event t-shirt as part of your ticket price, okay? And the tickets are only $38, guys. And then you pay $2 to go ahead and walk through the Crime Door app, So that's not a big deal. It's $40 altogether. You can either get a bottle of wine or you get a t-shirt. You can also get a bottle of wine and a t-shirt for a discounted rate. And I think that one's like $58. So it's really a great thing for 6 hours of true crime investigation. And you guys get to actually be like an investigator in this. And we walk you through it. Then we take all of the suggestions, all of the ideas that you guys give us in this event, and we put it into the database, and we try to see what we might be able to look at that we haven't seen before. And then the investigators will look at everything. So we are also going to be in, I'm sorry, 1 second, guys. Let me mute real quick. Sorry about that, guys. So, okay. So we're also going to be in Louisiana in August at BoucherCon, where we'll be presenting our work on the Gypsy case. And it's going to be stuff that you guys have never heard before. And we'll probably tape it, and we'll put little pieces of it up on our YouTube. But we're really excited about this. This is a presentation that we're getting to do. And we're so super excited. And we couldn't be more pleased at how 2021 is going for us. One last case. Oh, I'm sorry. And then we're also going to be in Savannah in September for the Savannah Crime Expo. So if you're at either one of those events, stop by and check us out, okay? And so one last case hit the headlines this week, and that's the case of Darlie Routier, a Texas mom who has been sitting on death row for a very long time. She is convicted of the murder of one of her boys and suspected of the murder of one of her other children. She has 3 altogether. I have always believed that Darlie is not guilty, but this week I feel like my thoughts are 100% correct. The Innocence Project has officially announced their involvement in Darlie's case. They claim there is some very interesting DNA evidence that needs to be examined in the case. It's never been looked at. And so we're going to be covering the Darlie case in great detail in our Moms Who Kill series later this year. While I don't believe Darlie killed her children, I felt she was still one we should discuss in that series. We'll be looking at several cases. Andrea Yates, Diane Downs, and Lacey Spears are all ones we plan to cover. So in the case of Darlie, like, who do you believe Darlie did it, guys? Or do you think that someone else did? My bet is on the husband in some way. He either did it himself, or I think he might have hired someone to do it. I don't know why, but that's been my feeling the whole time. I'm waiting to see what this DNA evidence really puts out there, because I'm super, super excited to see what happens in that case, because I really do believe that Darlie is innocent. I think that she was convicted on the most ridiculous things ever. She was convicted on basically silly string and fake boobs. That's ridiculous. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for tuning in and dishing true crime with the Good Wives and Murder by Design. Don't forget to join our Patreon member club to get exclusive mini episodes, inside documents and pictures from the case, live YouTube discussions, our exclusive discussion group on Facebook, and get some amazing Good Wives merch. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at True Crime Wives. And for more inside information, check out our podcast, The Good Wives Guide to True Crime, on any of your favorite podcast players. And we will be returning for our third season in June, guys. Have a good one from The Good Wives, serving up true crime one dish at a time. Bye.